Hey, you guys. All right, pretty sure I hate feeling anxious, like I don't know if I'm in the right place. I don't like that feeling. So I'm gonna wait a minute. And I'm gonna pretend like it's because we're waiting for people, but what I'm really doing is making sure I'm actually in the right group. That's what I'm really doing. So we're waiting for people as I make sure I'm in the right place. Just because you never know. You never know what you're going to get. Oh, there's my face. That's me. I'm here. Okay. I'm in the right place. Hey, friends. Hey. I am so excited to talk to you guys today. I am sweating. I'm nervous. Every single time I get so nervous coming here. Oh my gosh, my armpits, y'all. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Okay. I'm excited to talk to you guys today. Just because I feel like this is a topic that's not often talked about, okay? But so many people set their kit to the side for a certain amount of time for whatever reason, okay? And it needs to be talked about. Life is not easy, right? We all have difficult moments. And unfortunately, sometimes when we have those difficult moments, Scentsy is the first thing that we put to the side, okay? So I'm excited to talk to y'all. We're going to talk about coming back, all right? I'm going to give you my story. Then I'm going to give you actual things that you can do in your business to come back. Hey, y'all. Hey. And restart strong, okay? So the first thing is I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Anya Faust. I've been with Scentsy for a little over 3 years. Oh my goodness. I've got 3 wild boys. My husband is in the Army. I'm an Army brat. We live in Texas right now. I have chickens that I love. I try to bring them up any chance I get. We've got 2 dogs. My husband's currently deployed right now. And I feel like that's about it. I'm a homeschool mom. I am also directing the 7th grade homeschoolers, which I'm very nervous about. I'm at our community day this year, so that'll be interesting because I got to learn Latin. We'll see how that goes. Y'all just pray for a girl, okay? You just pray. So that's me. That's me in a nutshell. A little all over the place, okay? But I promise it's always a good time. At least I think it's always a good time. And yeah, let's get started, okay? Let's get started. All right, so my story with Scentsy. I started Scentsy May of 2019 on a join special, okay? I really just wanted a discount. I was like, I'm buying enough. I actually was trying to avoid my sponsor. Love her. She's like my best friend. My best friend now, but I was kind of like trying to avoid it because I'm like, man, I've done so many direct sales. Like, that's embarrassing. How many more am I going to do? Okay. And if you are someone who is associated with the military, that is a thing for military spouses. Okay. We're all doing something. We're all selling something from our house because we're moving all over the place. And I'm like, how many of these am I going to do and fail? All right. So I was embarrassed. I did not want to do it. I didn't want to put it out there that I did it. I did not show up to my own launch party. That's where we were at with that. Okay. And she mentioned it at a baseball game. Our kids were on the same team. And I was like, I really can't avoid her. She's sitting right here. So guess I might as well just go ahead and pay my little $25 and do this little tiny kit. Okay. And join Scentsy. So I did. And I just started having so much fun. I had so much fun. People loved it. All I had to do was share it, okay, and share consistently. And I fell in love. And I also fell in love because I could go get Starbucks and I didn't have to hear nothing from my husband in the background. Like, don't worry about this if this is like Starbucks number 8 this week, okay? It's not your business because I'm paying for it with my Scentsy stuff, all right? That was kind of where I was at. I really just enjoyed that part of my life. I enjoyed my coffee. Okay. It is what it is. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I started just kind of having parties left and right. And I actually went back to look at my PRV from when I first started and it wasn't too bad. I'm okay. Like, I started off kind of strong. All right. But I didn't even get what this business could do. It didn't resonate. It wasn't in my head. It was just something to do. I never thought, oh, I could promote, or this could really be something. Never. I just was like, this is fun. I like Scentsy. It smells good in my house. Okay, got 3 boys. They stink. Like, let's do the darn thing. So we moved from where my sponsor was. She's a military spouse also, Fort Stewart, Georgia, to Fort Hood, Texas. Okay. My husband was wrapping up with physician assistant school, and so he dropped my boys and I off here in Fort Hood, and went back to go graduate and finish up all of his stuff, all right? When he got back, he dropped us off in the summer 2019. So I literally started my business, was rocking it for a little bit, and then moved. So moved to like a whole new place. And when he got back that fall, something just wasn't right. It wasn't right, you guys. He walked through the door and I was like, I could just tell, this is not my husband. I don't know what is going on. It was really just kind of odd. His behavior was off. He was off, okay? And he had decided that he didn't want to be married. He did not want to be married anymore. And I was like, okay, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a homeschool mom. What the frick am I supposed to do with you not wanting to be married to me? I have followed you literally around the world, lived in different countries. We've gone all over the United States. I've not gotten a job because daycare is expensive, okay? Like, let's be real, like daycare is expensive. And I've just been supporting you. Every school venture that you've wanted to do. If you are associated with the military at all, my husband was enlisted. He was a warrant officer, and now he is a commissioned officer. He's done all the things. I have been there for every single thing, supported him, watched him beast out, you guys. I mean, homie is like a beast. Always number one in his class, always doing all of the things, and I've supported, and I've cheered on, and I've taken care of these boys, like, and you don't want to be married to me. Okay, all right. And it was hard. That was so hard, just being like, where do I go from here? What do I do from this moment forward? Okay. He wasn't sure he wanted the life that we created. All right. I came home a few times. We have our homeschooling community once a week. And I came home a few times with the boys from that, and the closets were empty. His stuff was just gone randomly. It happened more than once, just randomly. And how do you explain that to your little boys? How do you explain that? How do you understand that and fathom that? I didn't know where he was. No idea. He wouldn't really answer my phone calls. He would text me, call me to ask if he could talk to the boys, and then if I tried to get on the phone, he didn't want anything to do with me. And it was so freaking difficult. It was difficult. It was hard. I couldn't fathom actually explaining to my children, Daddy doesn't want to be here. And it's not because of you, it's because of me, and I'm not even sure what I did, all right? I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I laid in bed, and I didn't do much. I posted on social media in my stories. So if you're on my team or in my group and you are here, this is why I'm so serious about stories. And I realized this today as I was looking at my past numbers, okay? I am so serious about my stories because when I refused to do any parties for anyone, and I was in the lowest moments of my life, laying in bed, trying to homeschool my children, and my husband did not want to be married to me, I still posted in my stories. It wasn't fancy. It wasn't anything that was like really cutesy, okay? I posted in my stories what was going on with Sensi, and my lowest month was 159 PRV. Not great, but it's something. Okay, it's something. I wasn't active, but it's something, you guys, because I posted in my stories. Okay, so if you hear nothing else, post in your stories. One Sensi thing a day, and we'll come back to that later. But that's what I did. That was my lowest. I had 1K PRV, 500 PRV. Again, I didn't take it seriously. I did not think Sensi could be anything. But in my lowest of low, I still was posting about random stuff that was coming out with Sensi. Okay, and it was hard, you guys. It was really hard. I felt like I couldn't function. I wanted the support of my parents and my family, but you know, my parents are, they're pretty honest. Okay, my dad's still in the military. My mom was military, and my dad was like, you need to stop homeschooling them kids and you need to go get a job. And I was like, I know what God put on my heart. I know God put on my heart to homeschool these boys, even through the crap. So I'm not gonna go get a job. We're going to figure this out. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do. How am I going to do it? Okay. So that's kind of just what I did. All right. When I say that I couldn't function, I was teaching my kids from bed, crying in between. Okay. Trying to go to the gym just so I had a minute to myself without them. I remember being on the treadmill in tears. Okay. Just walking in tears, listening to worship music, just Like, I just needed a minute where my kids didn't have to completely watch me fall apart. So I did it in front of everybody at the gym. I feel like that was probably not the best choice, but that's what happened, okay? That's what happened. And my husband was so back and forth. There were times where I'd have hope, and there were times there was absolutely no hope. And he was like, I just can't. I don't want to do this. And I'm like, okay. Like, where do you go from there? There was nothing I could improve. There was nothing that I was doing wrong. He just didn't want anything. He didn't want anything. And so that was kind of where that was. I was in my head preparing myself to be a single mom of 3 kids. How am I going to homeschool them and give them the life that they've had, okay, by myself? What am I going to do? All the while, Sensei's back here, okay? And I remember one day I had a coaching call with my sponsor that I had forgotten about, okay? And just to rewind just a little bit, I was a lead consultant, all right? I had 2 girls in a join special ask if they could join. One didn't really do anything, and one was an absolute rock star, okay? She was really beasting out with her PRV. But I was a lead consultant, and my sponsor called to do a coaching call, and she said, I'm just gonna be really honest with you, Anya. Do you want this or not? Right? She cannot want it more than me. She can't, okay? And in that time I said, Whitney, I just can't. I'm trying. I can't focus on anything, right? Like, I am surprised my children learned anything that year, let me tell you, at all, to be completely honest. But I was like, I just can't. And she told me, that's fine. So here you go, sponsors, leaders, keep this in your back pocket. That's fine. Your business will never, ever leave you, ever. When you're ready, you come back. That's what she told me. And I was like, okay. Okay. Great, right? Yay, it'll never leave me, okay? But those words to this day are something I live by when I'm leading my own people, okay? Because life is hard. Life is hard. Excuse my French, but shit happens, all right? Life can change so freaking quickly, and you don't know which way is which. You just don't, all right? So to be pushing people to do something they're not ready to do or they don't want to do is only going to turn them off from this business. All right. If she had tried to push me or harp on me or be nasty to me or be like, I can't believe you don't want it. What is wrong with you? Put your life together. Who cares about, that wouldn't have gotten me anywhere because she met me with love. And she's like, just so you know, when you're ready, I'm here. That's what did it for me. Okay. So that was kind of how we rolled about that. And I was kind of like, okay, when I'm ready, I'll pick it back up. All right, cool. And then the YouTube series Guide to Growth happened, all right, with these awesome, really cool SSDs talking about their businesses, the basics of the business, how you get where you want to be. And I saw a reminder post in our leaders page about it. And I was like, probably not going to go to that. Like, I'm literally still just trying to survive over here, hoping everything goes well with my marriage. Like, I'm just treading water, okay? And by that time, my husband and I, we were in counseling. We were trying to figure things out. But again, it wasn't in the forefront of my mind to do, okay? But then I was like, you know what? Why not? Let me just tune in. Let me just tune in to this training and see what it's about. If I don't like it, I won't watch another one. But let me see what it's about, okay? You guys, that first meeting, I was hooked. These women, y'all, the passion that they had, okay, for this business, for what the business had done for them in their life. I was like, this is crazy. There's no way Sensei is doing all this. But each one of their stories truly touched my heart, okay? It started to open up my eyes when I'm seeing how the business has changed life for them. When they're telling me that they are replacing their income, and I will put the income disclosure in here, so y'all just hang in there with me. But when they started saying that they were replacing their full-time income with Sensei as nurses, as teachers, it literally started to wake me up, okay? I wanted the fire they had inside of them. I didn't have that. I literally felt dead inside, okay? I felt dead inside. I'm trying with my husband, but like he's kind of wishy-washy. I'm trying to teach my kids from home. Okay, Sensei's great, yeah, but to see their passion come through the screen, I was like, this is something. This is different than anything I've ever done before. And I need to wake up and pay attention because if it can happen for them, why can't it happen for me? Why not? If they can do it, why can't I do it? Okay? And I knew this was going to be my ticket. This business right here would be my ticket to giving my boys the life they already had, if not better, and me still being able to homeschool and do what God had laid on my heart for them. Okay? That's when it literally started to click. And I did not miss another one. I did not miss another one of those series. I was on for every single one of them. I listened to them. I took notes. I felt fueled. I soaked in what they were saying. I implemented it in my own business. Okay? I knew that I could be a single mom of 3 boys and homeschool them and give them a life like what they've had or better with Scentsy. I just had to put in the work, because if it can happen for them, it can happen for me. Okay? And I want you to know it has happened for me. So now if it can happen for me, it can happen for you, but you've got to do the work. You've got to do the work, okay? So I want you to hear that. You've got to do the work, but it can happen. It can happen. You got to believe that it's true, all right? That's huge. You have to believe that it's true, okay? So hear this. If you're taking notes, write this down. 6 months of intentional hard work can absolutely freaking change your life. It can change your life, boo. It can, I promise you, but you've got to be intentional. You've got to do it scared. You've got to do it when it's hard. You have to do it when you don't freaking want to, when you're tired, when you're like, oh, my kids are getting in bed. I don't want to go to that training, or I can't put an AirPod in. Let's go, okay? Because guess what? Your future's going to thank you. So when I say things like this to my team, I love them. And when I'm like, who's going to be at the meeting tonight? And then everybody starts listing their excuses. I'm going to be really honest with them, and I am every single time. I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't, because your excuses aren't going to get you where you want to be in the future, okay? Show up or don't. You're an adult. Totally up to you. I do not take offense to that, but I don't want to hear your excuses, because you can do it, but you have to stop making excuses, all right? Got to stop making excuses, okay? So during that 6-month period, right, we started like in January. It's just really, really rough, okay? It was technically 5, I guess. Marriage issue started before that, but, you know, whatever, in the fall. But the 6 months of intentional hard work, when I started to wake up, okay, I want you to hear this. During that 6 months, my marriage was reconciled, okay? We're still working, because your girl struggles sometimes, okay? Like, my husband he's got it together now, but, you know, sometimes I just struggle, so I have to keep coming back to Jesus, all right? That's the thing. Keep coming back. Anybody who's ever hurt you, just keep going back to Jesus and focus on the steps that are right in front of you, all right? That's a side note. But during that 6 months, my marriage was reconciled, okay? May of 2020. Remember, I joined in May of 2019, okay? May of 2020, I hit director, all right? During Guide to Growth, okay, I went from star to superstar consultant to director, back to back to back. Okay, May 2020, I hit director. In June, I had over 2K PRV, which I was super excited from, having my little 100-something PRV, okay? That really low month of that was not, I knew better. And I knew when I got my check, and I was like, ugh, I know that's not okay, all right? I knew it. But when I hit that over 2K in June, I was like, this is it. I can do this. I can do this, okay? So May of 2020, I hit director. November of 2020, I was star director. October 2021, I was SSD. Let that sink into you, because for a minute there, I really thought my journey was like this super long, crazy, drawn out thing. It just felt like it because I was going through a lot. But you guys, that's a lot very, very quickly, okay? That's a lot. That's that intentional hard work coming up and blossoming. That's what that is, okay? It was quick, but it was so beautiful, and I'm so freaking thankful, even for all the ugly stuff that's ever happened in my life, because it's made me who I am today, and I fully believe it's made me a more empathetic and understanding leader, where I still am going to push hard for people to hit their goals, but I can understand, and I know that they can come back from anything. You can literally come back from anything, okay? So, that is my story, all right? I want you to know, I don't just, not just speaking out of my backside. Like, we've been through some stuff. And my marriage thing, that was just a small thing in the whole grand scheme of life. So there's that, okay? But I want you to know you can come back. If you've slowed down, if you've not started your business the way you wanted to start your business, if you've got lost along the way, if you've had to just take a minute to breathe because you've had a hard life situation, you can come back. 110%. I am living proof. I'm living proof, okay? So that's why I'm here to talk to you about this today, because if I can do it, so can you, all right? I know some people are like, don't say you're no one special. Listen, I'm a whole mess. I'm a party, but I'm a whole mess, okay? I'm gonna be really honest with you. And if I can implement what these people have told me, and they say, here, Anya, try this, 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 and this, and I can put in the work and find the time in between kids and life and craziness, you can too. I promise you. It just has to be a priority, okay? It's got to be a priority, and you've got to try it. So if your business has just taken a beat, that's okay, all right? Here is how you are going to come back. Let me get a sip of coffee. Hold on. All right. Oh, Lord, I'm dripping coffee down me. Y'all, just hang in there. Hang in there with me. Okay, here's how you are going to come back, okay? The first thing is you are going to relaunch your business. And you're not going to wait for the next catalog because, oh, but the fall stuff. And you're not going to wait for the next season. And you're not going to wait when it's easy. And you're not, because it won't ever be. Okay, let's just be real clear. It will never be easy. There's always something in life. There's always a giant that's going to be in front of you. Whether it's your personal life, whether it's, oh, no one wants to order, whatever it is. I've heard so many no's. There's always going to be a giant. You've got to figure out how to push through those hard times and do what you... Y'all, why are we... Lord, hold on. Y'all hang in there. Okay. Are we good? Okay, we're good. All right. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to relaunch your business. We're not waiting for the perfect time. We're not waiting when you're less tired, because you're always going to be tired, especially if you're over 30. You're always going to be tired, okay? That's just life. It's the way that it goes, okay? But we are going to relaunch. We're going to relaunch. And now is a great time, because you can not only relaunch, but you can go ahead and you can do the last chance, right? Where you're seeing all the stuff that's leaving. First glance, all the new stuff later that's coming in August, okay? If you're on my team, you know I'm very serious. Focus on the month you're in, okay? We're just, that's a side note, all right? But you can do that for your relaunch of your business, okay? So it's a great time to relaunch. We're not doing excuses. We're just going to go for it. And we're going to hit it hard. And we're going to do big things. We're going to do big, scary things, because you're worth it and your future's worth it. Okay, you are worth it, and you need to know that. All right, so we're going to relaunch our business, and we're going to do it now. We're going to do it right now. We're going to relaunch, okay? The next thing you're going to do, because you can relaunch your business at any point in time. It doesn't have to be during the beginning of a catalog. It doesn't have to be when there's really good sales. You can do this at any point in time when you're like, crap, I really have not given my business what I need to give it. You can start over at any point in time. You are not a tree. Choose to move. Choose to move. You don't like it? Do something different, because you can. You're an adult. Okay? You're an adult. So there's that. All right? I want you to think about this, though. You cannot keep setting down your kit and restarting over and over and over again. You can't do that, okay? So if you're going to commit. Let's do the darn thing. You can slow down always. It's your business. That's one of the beauties of this business. But if you're going to commit, you're going to commit, okay? And I say that because you are going to lose the trust of your clients, customers. I don't know why I said clients. I feel like a client is like a real estate agent. Anyways, you will lose their trust, okay? You're going to lose their trust if you're like, I'm relaunching. And then next month you're like, I'm relaunching. And then 3 months from now, you're going to lose their trust, okay? So you've got to start fresh, but you've also got to be committed, all right? You can do it. You can do it. You don't have to know what's going to happen 6 months down the road. You can commit now, okay? So that's the thing. We want to make sure we're committed. We're going to move forward. We're not planning for perfect. There's nothing is perfect. Nothing's perfect. We're just going to start. All right? Okay. So that's number one. We're going to start right away. We're going to be committed. Okay. Number two, you are going to start posting on social media. You are going to start posting on social media. I'm getting there, Mark. Hang on. I'm getting there. And I have stuff to share with you guys after this too. Okay. You're going to post on social media, and you are going to start showing up as the Scentsy person. You do not have a billboard. You yourself are a brand, okay? So when you're like, oh, look at that Burger King, that reminds me, maybe I do want to go try that new thing that just came out. You don't have that. You don't have that. You are the billboard. Show your face, show off products, talk about what you love. I don't care if you look a mess. I don't care if you don't have makeup on. Listen, today I went live in my stories talking about sponsor and I'm like I woke up breaking out, okay? It is okay because guess what? Susie Q with her kids climbing all over her, sitting on the couch, judging you, whatever, eating her bonbons, looks a mess too. So it's okay. Show your face. You're going to make sure you show up in your stories, okay, with one Scentsy thing a day. One Scentsy thing a day. It can be changing your wax. It can be, I love this scent because. It can be, I love counter clean. It can be, my kid just, this is my life because I have 3 boys, peed all over the bathroom floor and I need it to no longer smell like boy piss. So I'm going to use this bathroom cleaner. It's fantastic. And no one knows that I just cleaned my bathroom right before company came over. Okay. Whatever it is, you are going to pick one Scentsy thing a day, the community, whatever, to share it in your stories. You've got to be the Scentsy person. When someone thinks of Scentsy, they need to think of you and your name. Scentsy? Oh, it smells bad in here. Oh, you know what? That Anya girl. That Anya girl, she does some wild stories sometimes, sharing all kinds of stuff about Scentsy. Boom. You see what I'm saying? I promise you at least once. No, that's lowballing it. Maybe 3 times a month, I've got someone reaching out to me about Scentsy that's never tried it and they're on my Facebook. Okay, at least once a month, I have a brand new customer order literally just from me sharing in my stories. And remember, even in my lowest months, I still had some PRV. Why? Because I shared in my stories. Okay, because if you're not sharing, someone else is. And I guarantee you, they have 5 other Scentsy consultants on their Facebook page. But who is taking it seriously? Who is showing up? Be the Scentsy person. Okay, so that's the first. You're going to show up on social media and you're going to post. Okay. Be consistent. This is the key. Consistency. All right. Next, you are going to reach out to anyone who's ever purchased from you. You're going to reach out to them, all those old customers, and you're going to reach out one-on-one. It's a lot of work. Yes, it is. But you stopped. If you didn't stop, it wouldn't feel like that much, okay? But you did, and that's okay. That's okay. We can still move up from here. You're going to reach out one-on-one. You posting, I'm relaunching my business is great. I promise you the amount of people who are going to come and say, I want to be invited to that relaunch party versus you doing one-on-one is going to be huge. You've got to reach out to those customers one-on-one. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? You're going to be honest. You are going to be honest. One of our core values is authenticity. I take that extremely seriously, okay? Because you are the only you that there is, and you are special whether you believe it or not, and you have something to offer whether you believe it or not. You are going to be honest, okay? It does not have to be long-winded. It does not have to be super detailed. Like, girl, my husband lost his job, and he was doing this, and he was out doing this and that. You don't have to go too far. Too authentic, okay? There is a limit, but you can say, you know what? Life hit me really hard. I was really struggling with my mental health, okay? I was really struggling with some really awful things that were happening in my family, but I am ready to get started and do the darn thing with Scentsy again. And you're gonna invite them. I would love to invite you to my relaunch for my business because I'm ready. I have a fresh perspective. I'm ready to go, all right? People are going to connect with that realness because guess what? Life is hard. They know that. They're not stupid. They have it hard too. Okay? That's much more relatable than you just popping up like, hey, I'm ready to relaunch. Let's do a party. Who wants to come? Where the hell you been? Where you been? Okay? People are nosy. Where have you been? I want to know. All right? Let's be real. Why are they supporting you versus the 5 other people on your page? Okay? Or on their page. So think about that too. You are going to be transparent. You're going to be honest. Okay? You're going to be honest. All right? That's one of the cool things about Scentsy. We are not nobody cares if you didn't show up to Walmart. Nobody cares if you work there and you don't show up. Right? But if someone came to me and was like, I haven't been here. I haven't been at Walmart and I'm really sorry. Okay. Great. But when my Scentsy girl, when I've been putting money in her bank account because of my orders and she's feeding her family, disappears, come on, we need to know. We need to know something, all right? That's important. It's important. Relationships are important, okay? All right, next, okay? You're reaching out one-on-one to your customers, all right? The next thing is you're going to put them all in a party. The ones who are saying yes, okay? And you can post on your social media too. I'm relaunching my business. Life has been crazy. If you want an invite, let me know. Go ahead. But those one-on-one reach outs are key, okay? You are going to put them all into a party or into your VIP group, Okay? We're gonna be authentic and real again. You ready? I know. It's like, do we have to be honest? We really do, though. It's important, I promise you, okay? You are going to go ahead and you're going to do a welcome post. I recommend you do it live. That's just me. I recommend you do it live so that they can see your heart, okay? So they can understand where you're coming from, and they're not just reading it and making assumptions, okay? I have gone live in my VIP group, and listen, my marriage was literally falling apart. It's all I could do to keep my head above water, and I did not send you a thank you card. I did not reach out to see how your order was, and I am so sorry. But I am excited because I am going to do this, and I'm going to do it big, and I did. There is power in you saying that out loud, too. Those people are watching you, okay? So I want you to take that, and I want you to think about that also, all right? But you're going to do a welcome post. You're going to be honest. Live. Okay? All right, there's that. All right, so you're going to do that, okay? And you're going to sit there, and you're going to be like, listen, this is life. Because we all go through tough times, but when you disappear and then you reappear with no words and just expect people to support you in your business, your small business, that makes no sense. Like that doesn't, maybe mom, Aunt Jan, right, will be like, oh, hey, you're back, girl, yay. Okay, but like other people have probably moved on, all right? So you've got to be transparent and open and honest to an extent, positively open and honest, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Next, we are going to take them through a Scentsy party. Whether it's online, it's in person at your house, okay? I'm going through online because that's where most of my businesses ran. I would go through and I would do a Scentsy party. I'm going to share real life images. I am probably going to go live and I'm going to show things off. I'm going to show them what my favorite things are. I'm going to involve my children, okay? I'm involving my family in this because it's not just about me. This takes care of my whole family, okay? It blesses everybody in your household, all right? You are going to show what we have, okay? And you're going to be very, very intentional to work with your customers and interact with them. If they comment on something, you need to be commenting back. You need to talk to them and create that relationship back and forth, okay? You've got to rebuild the trust with them. You've got to rebuild the trust with your customers because you lost it. Just honest, you lost it. But when you can come and you're transparent and then you're engaging back and forth, showing them you actually care, this is real, you're going to do it, that's huge, okay? That's huge. When they order, you're going to post a thank you. Just like you would if you did a party. I like real life pictures. I find them on Pinterest. That's just me. You're going to reach out to them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting my relaunch. You do not even know how much this means to me. This is crazy. I'm so thankful for you, okay? They need that because they're blessing you. You've got to be thankful, all right? Then you're going to work on creating a relationship with these people. When their order comes in, you see it on your workstation, you reach out, how did it come in? Okay, we're doing follow-ups that we normally do, okay? You're going to check in with them, all right? And then you're going to be real. You're going to be real. Again, we're just lots of realness out here, okay? Lots of realness. You're going to say something like, as I kick my business back off, I would love to continue practicing, getting back in the swing of things, okay? And work to get you free and half off Scentsy since you loved your order so much. Would you be interested? And we're going to book a party. And if they say no, they say no. Take it graciously. Plant that seed and move on, okay? But that's what you're going to do. And then you're literally we're going to keep going. And that's how you're going to start your business rolling again. But it doesn't just start with you sitting here announcing that you're doing a Scentsy party without reaching out one-on-one, without being transparent, without being honest, okay? So that's how you're gonna do that piece, okay? And I have my reinstate relaunch that I'm going to share with you guys after this, okay? And also my new consultant guide that I send to my people that should help you be able to get your juices flowing for how you can relaunch your business and start strong and keep it going. But one of the things, again, like I posted earlier, the blessings of this business is you know kind of what to expect. You know you need PRV if you want a big business and you're not just doing it for a hobby. You know you need to consistently sponsor and you know that you need to coach up your new teamies. You know what to expect. Okay, you just have to relaunch and kick it into gear, all right? Okay, are you ready? If you're a leader and you've been MIA, not only do you have to relaunch your business, but you got to come back to those teamies. And they don't trust you. They don't trust you. You've been gone. What do you have to offer? Just honest, they don't trust you because you've been MIA, okay? Let's think about it as anybody who has been in our lives. If they just disappear without a word, or they've disappeared a few times and they continue to make excuses of why they've disappeared, you have to be able to really honestly like self-reflect and be like, dang, that was my bad. Okay, you would feel the same way if it was someone in your life that you loved or you looked up to. Okay, you wouldn't trust them. You wouldn't trust what they have to say. Do they want your best interest? Why are they back now? All these questions are forming in your head. Okay, so I want you to also be authentic and real with your teammates. I've been gone. Life has sucked. We've been going through whatever. Okay, because you cannot just show up and expect to be like it was. It won't be. Not for a while, and you've got to understand that, and you've got to be okay with that as a leader, okay? You have to be okay with that as a leader, all right? You got to earn all of that trust back that you literally just dropped because you dropped the ball. I've been there. I get it. I know, okay? But you have to let them know. You've got to show up, and you've got to tell them, this is what I'm going through, but I'm here now, and I'm going to do it. And I want to support anyone that needs the support. I want to help. And you know what? Let's also humble ourselves. Even more. I'll take any help that you have. What has worked for you? Help me, okay? Be a humble leader. Ask them, the people that are rocking out still, you need to apologize. Hey girl, you've been leading from the front and I've been taking a back seat over here. Man, I messed up. I'm so proud of you. Thank you also. By the way, can you help me? Okay, y'all, I ask people all the time, I don't care what your title is. If you are the best of the best in that subject, I'm going to ask you for some help. Can you help me with this? How did you do this? What was your wording with this? Okay, be a humble enough leader to where you can get that help from people. I promise you it will only bless your business and your leadership. Okay, but you're going to reach out to those one-on-one who've been doing the darn thing without you. Okay, tell them how awesome they are. Let them know you're so incredibly thankful for them for showing up, whether they've been posting on your page, okay, or they've been talking to their team, or even just leading their own people. Because usually when a leader falls off, their team goes with them, okay? So if they've been sticking it out, that's huge. Trust me, I've seen a lot of leaders fall off, okay? But like, that's huge, all right? So let them know. You need to go above and beyond when it comes to your leadership. You just do. You've got to put the work in to gain that trust back, okay? You're going to have to rebuild. You cannot get frustrated with them. That's not fair. That's not fair. Now, should they hold it over you for forever? No, they shouldn't, okay? They really shouldn't. But people are people, all right? And they are hurt. They're hurt. They're hurt that their leader stepped back, okay? So just be understanding of that. But also let them, like, they're not going to talk to you like they're crazy. Like, they ain't coming at you sideways. Let's be real. But you do need to be understanding that they might not warm up to you right away. And that's okay. All right? That's okay. All right? So I want you guys to think of that. You just need to show up as a leader. Show up for your team and show up consistently. Okay? If you're going to post something that's going to help them, maybe once a day, once every day. All right? You're going to train, show your face, so they can get to know you and they can build that trust again. Showing your face while training is huge. Let them interact with you just like you're doing right now, okay? That's a big, big deal. But that's gonna start to regain that trust with your people, all right? And you're gonna be able to talk to them and get them going, okay? And if they've fallen off, you gotta start new. You gotta start new, and that's okay. Because you can. You did it before, you can do it again. But if your people are just done, maybe they now have a bad taste in their mouth about Scentsy, can you blame them? Probably not, right? Again, self-reflection. We're going to be honest with ourselves. That's okay. That's where growth happens, okay? But you got to start new. You got to start fresh. And it's okay to start fresh, and it's good to start fresh, okay? We all go through things for a reason. So how are you going to use what you've gone through and the crappy stuff to now bless your new team, to now bless others, to see others differently and push you further in your business and in your leadership? I promise you, whatever it is giving you the tools to succeed for later and for you to relate to other people and help them out too, okay? All right. That's what I have for y'all. I am going to upload my new consultant launch and my reinstate launch so you can see it and you can go through it if you need to, maybe to help you start your business off strong again, okay? And I hope that it helps. If you have questions, let me know. I'm excited. I'm excited for those of you that are relaunching. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you because it's not easy. It's not easy to do, but it's so worth it. It's so freaking worth it to start back strong and just redo the darn thing because you can. All right? I love y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye, guys.